LeBron James, the so-called king. Year 21 is approaching LeBron James before you know it. This is Sports Guy Talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about the possibility of Kyrie Irving joining the Los Angeles Lakers. With Kyrie Irving set to be a free agent, the odds of Kyrie Irving re-signing with the Mavericks are looking to be a 50-50 proposition. However, it has been no secret that Kyrie Irving wants to team up with LeBron James as his NBA career is close to being finished. Before I say anything else though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So here it is. Do you believe that Kyrie Irving will join the Lakers? And honestly, it's hard to read Kyrie Irving's mind, but it's also very simple to read Kyrie Irving's mind. And what's clear is that Kyrie Irving wants to team up with LeBron James one more time in his NBA career. Kyrie Irving wants to team up with LeBron James because he feels like LeBron James brings him his best chance to win another championship. And I can't blame Kyrie Irving for thinking like that. Do you know why I feel that way about Kyrie Irving? It is because Kyrie Irving won his ring with LeBron James back in 2016, and ever since he ran away from LeBron James in the 2017 offseason, he has failed to show up in the playoffs year after year after year, or in some cases, he fails to even play basketball whenever it matters most. You look at the 2018 season with the Boston Celtics, he gets injured for all their postseason run that they make to the conference finals that year. He doesn't even play 1 second in it. Then in 2019, his final year in Boston, they end up underachieving that year, and they end up losing in 5 games to the Milwaukee Bucks. Then Kyrie Irving says after he was planning to re-sign with the Boston Celtics that he was going to go ahead and leave them and team up with Kevin Durant in Brooklyn. If you guys remember at the time, the rumors of Kyrie Irving wanting to team up with Kevin Durant ended up being true. There was no secret at the time. Kyrie Irving was doing everything that he could to team up with Kevin Durant at that time period. He wanted to play with a different all-star, and he wanted to form up a different super team compared to trying to build up a team in Boston. He didn't want to serve as a leader for those young guys that they had in Boston at that time. He wanted to go ahead and go to Brooklyn where he could promote his brand with Kevin Durant and also recruit a third member of their big three at that time period. That big three guy ended up being James Harden. Obviously, the super team of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving never worked out and ended up being a massive flop because the Brooklyn Nets didn't even get one conference finals appearance out of that. But you look at Kyrie Irving afterwards, and Kyrie Irving, he does nothing but miss time on the Brooklyn Nets. His first year on the Nets, he plays 20 games. The following year, he plays 54 games. And then the 2022 year, he ends up playing 29 games. That's because of the restrictions of COVID in the city of Brooklyn, because the city of Brooklyn required him to get vaccination status for the home games, which Kyrie Irving refused to get done for whatever reasons that Kyrie Irving wanted to. I know Kyrie Irving talks about the stances, but let's be honest, Kyrie Irving is a clown, not a politician. Then in the past year, Kyrie Irving actually played 60 games, which is actually a lot by Kyrie Irving standards. Although we're keeping it real, 60 games by NBA superstar standards is not much at all. He only played 40 games for Brooklyn, 20 games for Dallas, and more importantly, he missed the playoffs for the Dallas Mavericks. When Kyrie Irving arrived to the Dallas Mavericks were the 4th seed, and when Kyrie Irving joined them, they fell all the way to 11th in the Western Conference. They didn't even make the play-in tournament. Now that I ran over the resume of Kyrie Irving without LeBron James, I have now established motive as to why he wants to run back to LeBron James, because obviously he never experienced winning without LeBron James the way that he did with LeBron James. So obviously Kyrie Irving is pretty desperate for LeBron James to go ahead and recruit him and try to team up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Now obviously the alternative is try to get LeBron James on the Dallas Mavericks, but obviously that's not going to happen because the Los Angeles Lakers would never trade LeBron James for anything. I mean, even if the Dallas Mavericks were willing to give up Luka Doncic for LeBron James, I'm not even sure the Los Angeles Lakers would even take that deal, just because of the fact that LeBron James is so valuable to any franchise in terms of money worth and fandom, because anytime a team gets LeBron James, they get an extra set of fans that join along with them, because there are a lot of LeBron James fanboys out there. So if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, they wouldn't even feel motivated to do that. But why am I even entertaining this idea? Because the Dallas Mavericks would never trade away Luka Doncic unless they absolutely had to. The Dallas Mavericks are not going to trade him. Period. It's It's that simple. But let me also answer the other part of the question. So I keep talking about how Kyrie Irving is desperate for LeBron James to go ahead and recruit him. But why would LeBron James be desperate for Kyrie Irving? I mean, shouldn't LeBron James already feel like his legacy is pretty secure, pretty set in stone, and that he already has a good team on his roster? Not necessarily. Even though the Lakers made it to the conference finals this year, they were a 7th seed that caught a lot of breaks on their way to the Western Conference Finals. And I say they caught a lot of breaks because they beat a Memphis team that was fractured in the locker room, and the fact that Ja Morant was playing injured in the playoffs, and the fact that Dylan Brooks was doing nothing but selling for the Memphis Grizzlies throughout the playoffs. So that was a series that ended up being easier than what it should have been. And then, of course, they got to play the Warriors in the second round. Credit to the Lakers for beating them. But also, let's be honest, they got a lot of help from the referees in that series. And I say that because they kept getting free throw calls all series long, while the Warriors were not getting any free throw attempts whatsoever. So they got a lot of help from the referees. And then it became clear when they played against the Denver Nuggets that they were outmatched and they desperately needed another star. Look, LeBron James has been known in his career to win with stacked teams. I mean, even if you're a fanboy of LeBron James, I don't think anybody can really deny that. You look at the teams that LeBron James has won a title with. You look at the Heat team. That was a big 3 super team. Then you look at the team that he was on with the Cavaliers. They won a title. Obviously, credit to LeBron James for what he did in 2016. Nothing can ever take that away. But obviously, they had a big 3 of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and they also had a lot of good role players off the bench as well. I understand that they were going up against a 73-win team, so they had to do whatever it took to stack the deck. But anyways, LeBron James won a title that year in 2016. Pretty incredible stuff from him. And then they won the title in the bubble, and I know that wasn't a super team, but that was a really good roster that was well constructed, and there was no super team roaming around the league anyways, because that year the Lakers had LeBron, AD, and a bunch of role players that played their role really well, and they also had Frank Vogel, who was a really good coach for them at that time period for them, because he won Coach of the Year and he made the Lakers look elite on the defensive end of the floor. So you got to give a lot of credit to Frank Vogel for that as well. When you look at the teams that LeBron James has constructed over the years, he needs a team where they're going to be well built all over the place. I'm not saying that LeBron James can't win without stacked chips on the deck, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that, because LeBron James, he's entering year 21. Who knows how many years he's got left? It's not like he's got another 10 or 15 years left in his NBA career. He's still going to be playing for only a couple more years, maybe 3 max at this point in stage of his career. So that means LeBron James needs to go ahead and stack the table and try to get a Kyrie Irving. Now, does that mean they have to gut the roster in order to get Kyrie Irving? Yeah, probably they would do that. And I wouldn't do that if I was the Lakers, but if LeBron James is saying that, hey, we got to go ahead and get Kyrie Irving on the Los Angeles Lakers, you don't think Rob Pelinka and the Lakers are going to say, okay, we're going to go all in for the LeBron James era? It's really that simple. And when you talk about this Los Angeles Lakers team, a team with Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Jared Vanderbilt, and if they could find a way to possibly retain Austin Reeves and get some decent role players off the bench, that would be a nice roster. However, I'm not that confident that's going to end up happening, because Kyrie Irving misses a lot of time due to injury, which means that Kyrie Irving is not going to be playing for them more often than not, which means the Lakers are going to have to rely on LeBron and AD to carry the load, and that's not necessarily the best formula for the Los Angeles Lakers to win, because Anthony Davis gets injured a lot, and although LeBron James is still a great player at this point in stage of his career, you don't want to necessarily rely on LeBron James carrying you each and every night. That's just not enough for the Lakers to compete in the Western Conference. It's really that simple. But I can understand why LeBron James is desperate for Kyrie Irving, because he needs a star player that can carry the load for when LeBron might need a night off, or when Anthony Davis inevitably gets injured, or the fact that the Lakers could certainly use more ball handlers. They could certainly use a guy that could create more offense, and Kyrie Irving does fit these things. However, if Kyrie Irving did join the Los Angeles Lakers, I would not feel confident that it would work out for the Lakers, because Kyrie Irving misses a lot of time due to injury, and the fact that basketball is not the main priority of Kyrie Irving at this point in stage of his career. So when I look at it from that perspective, that means that Kyrie Irving to the Los Angeles Lakers is not going to end well, but that doesn't mean LeBron James can't be desperate for Kyrie Irving. Either way though, both parties are very desperate in each other. In the case of Kyrie Irving, he needs to save his career in terms of trying to win another championship while not looking like an absolute buffoon after winning that title in 2016 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And as for LeBron James, why is he getting desperate? Because he needs a 5th ring more so than ever, and if he gets Kyrie Irving, his chances of getting a 5th ring increase more than without Kyrie Irving. If they run it back with the same core, yeah, they could achieve similar results, but their ceiling is mostly limited. If they do get Kyrie Irving though, their ceiling would be higher than without him. Still though, getting Kyrie Irving might mean a low lower floor for the Los Angeles Lakers. They might have a worse record with Kyrie Irving since they might have to gut the roster. Although if they did get Kyrie Irving, I could understand why that would be the case for them. But either way though, like I say, LeBron James is desperate, Kyrie Irving is desperate, two desperate people. That means they're going to find a way to make it work. So that is why I do believe that Kyrie Irving will join the Lakers in order to team up with LeBron James one more time. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @Dustin Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @Dustin and Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @Dustin Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.